Grandpa just tried to steal my birthday scooter in front of everyone, and that's when Dad dropped the bomb that ended our family dinners forever. It started as a routine Saturday evening at my in-laws' place. My husband Jake, our 9-year-old son Ethan, and I arrived with the usual hugs and a tray of homemade cookies. My mother-in-law, Diane, had prepared her famous lasagna. Ethan couldn't stop talking about the electric scooter we'd surprised him with for his birthday 2 weeks earlier. Matte black, with red accents and a tiny LED headlight. Jake had stayed up late building it while Ethan was at soccer camp. Since then, our son zoomed around the cul-de-sac every afternoon, grinning ear to ear. Over dinner, Ethan described how he and his friends raced to the corner store. My father-in-law, Victor, ate silently, offering only occasional grunts. I recognized the tight-lipped look. He wore it whenever he decided someone was getting too much. I'd seen it directed at me growing up. I brushed it off. Then came tiramisu. Ethan was mid-sentence, explaining how he planned to add glow-in-the-dark stickers, when Victor set his spoon down and fixed his gaze on the boy. "Your cousin Mason doesn't have a scooter," he said flatly. Ethan blinked, still smiling. "I know. He told me last Christmas." Victor took a slow sip of coffee. "You should let him have yours. He'd take better care of it." The room stilled. Ethan's spoon hovered. His face fell like a curtain dropping. "But, it's mine. From my birthday." Victor shrugged. "You've got plenty already. Real generosity means giving to those who have less." Ethan's eyes darted to me, then Jake. "Mom? Do I have to?" Before I could open my mouth, Victor pressed on. "If you want to be a kind boy, yes." That was it. Jake laid his napkin down with deliberate calm, chair scraping as he rose. Every head turned. "Victor," he said, voice low and even, "you do not get to tell our son what belongs to him." Victor blinked, caught off guard. "I'm teaching him values. Something you clearly aren't." Jake didn't flinch. "You're pressuring a 9-year-old to hand over a gift he earned because someone else needs it more." "That stops now." Diane shifted uncomfortably. "Jake, he's just..." "No." Jake cut in. "This isn't just. And it isn't new." Victor gave a short, dismissive laugh. "Kids today are soft. Back when Sarah was small, she shared without complaint." I felt heat rise in my chest. "I didn't share. You took." My new camera at 12, gone to a neighbor's son. My art set at 14, handed to charity because I didn't use it enough. I cried for weeks. "You called it character building." Victor's jaw tightened. "That was different." Jake stepped closer to the table. "Different how?" "Because Ethan's your grandson now and you still see him as less deserving." Victor waved a hand. "Mason's family is struggling." Jake's eyes narrowed. "Struggling. Right. That's why you've been asking us for cash every few weeks for emergency repairs." Diane frowned. "What cash?" Victor stiffened. "It's family help. Nothing more." Jake pulled his phone from his pocket and placed it face down on the tablecloth. "I ran the VIN yesterday." Victor froze. "The money didn't fix any roof," Jake continued. "It didn't fix pipes or a cracked foundation. It went toward a used SUV. Registered to Mason." Diane's hand flew to her mouth. "Victor." "It's for his future," Victor muttered. "He needs reliable transportation." Jake's voice stayed steady. Ethan needed one thing, to feel his own birthday gift was safe in his own home. "You tried to take that tonight." Ethan, who had been silent, suddenly whispered, "Grandpa always says Mason's stuff is more important." The words landed like glass breaking. Victor started to protest. "That's not," but Ethan kept going, voice small but clear. "Last summer you gave my remote control car to him because I had enough toys." "I still remember." Diane looked shattered. "Victor." Jake rested a hand on Ethan's shoulder. "We're done here. Pack your things, buddy." Diane stood. "Please, let's talk this through." Jake shook his head. "We've talked for years. The comments. The guilt. The lies about money. Tonight you crossed into our son's heart. That ends contact. Victor's face paled. You're cutting us off over a scooter? No, Jake said quietly. Over a pattern of making our child feel he matters less. And over thousands of dollars we gave in good faith while you funded someone else's priority. I looked at Ethan. He was already slipping on his sneakers, eyes dry but resolute. As we reached the door, Victor called after us. Sarah, you can't let him do this. I turned. I'm not letting him. I'm standing with him. We left. No slammed doors, just quiet footsteps and the soft click of the latch. 8 months later, Ethan still rides that scooter every day after school. One evening he coasted to a stop beside me in the driveway, helmet hair wild. Mom, he said, Saturdays don't feel heavy anymore. I hugged him tight. Sometimes the hardest boundaries bring the sweetest peace.